Okay po. So, how many years have you been teaching English, specifically grammar, in the public school setting?
As I said, 1 year. 1 year pa lang ko. Although, dili man directly good or kanang wala man jud gi kuan nga mo teach good me particularly og grammar sa senior high school, pero integrated good ang grammar. Even if you teach literature, integrated diha ang grammar. Even if you, especially I'm teaching effective communication, so how can you be effective in your communication without accuracy sa imong grammar? So kana.
Okay po. Thank you po. And based on your experience, how would you describe the general attitude of high school student towards learning grammar?
I would say if they hate math, they also hate English. Especially kung kanang ang imong ginatudloan kay into skills sila, like UTVL. Okay. Ano mo tuon man sila English nga mag-welding man sila. Ano mo tuon man sa English nga mag-reband man sila. Ana ba, dili nila makita ang point, pero again, it's about contextualization. Pag may ta contextualization, you make the lesson relatable and relevant to them. Himuni mo nga makarelate sila para di sila maka-feel nga ay wa man koy di man na mapuslan ang English or ang grammar. Kana.
Next po is, in your opinion, why is grammar considered the most challenging subjects or topics for many students?
I think it's considered the hardest because it's not like our native language. Kay, for example, sa native language, wala man ka sa atong sa Bisaya ba sa may kalayan. Ang English manggod kay grabe siya ka complicated, spelling pa lang daan, the tense of the grammar, the daghan, the vocabularies. And next sa Bisaya, because it's our native or our first language, we are very adapted or kanang well adapted na to sa language. And I think factor po na late na ma-learn ang grammar. I think it's Noam Chomsky, tama ba ko ishi? Nga niingon na ay universal grammar man to iya. Basta nanay murag ka ng theory nga language acquisition, meaning nga pagbata pa mas taas ang chance na mas effective ang iyahang pag-adapt sa language ng English. And di ba mabantay ninyo nga ang mga bata mutanaw lang sila og Peppa Pig, maayo na kaya sila musulti, maka-gets na sila sa mga grammar kay bata pa sila, na expose na sila. Whereas kung mingon tag language learning, late na nila na hibalan niya sa school na or adult na sila, maglisod na sila og adapt. So meaning grammar, if we want to teach it effectively, we also need to consider teaching it to students as young, meaning mentors bata pa sila, dapat matudloan na gyud.
Po. Next po is, what are the most rewarding or satisfying moments you have experienced while teaching grammar?
Siguro ang kanang makabalo sila. The most rewarding part is when they learn and when I see them apply their learning. And of course, gina-enjoy nila ang grammar. Diba, ganado gid ka sa teaching nimo basta makita nimo yung mga bata nga nag-enjoy.
So, can you share a specific story or instance when you saw a student or class finally understand a difficult grammar rule and apply it correctly, how did that make you feel?
Oh my gosh. Siguro kuan sa grade 8 ra magud ako ma-offer oy. Kay sila ra magud akong nadumduman na naay grammar. Kuan. Siguro tong time nga gipangutana ko sa ako ang estudyante. Ano siya nga. Ang mong topic ato kay countable o non-countable nouns. Gipangutana ko niya nga, ma'am, ako example sa non-countable is sand or balas. And then, curious good siya nga pagkabata, nag-ask siya nga, ma'am, how about ang bugas? Maihap man ako ang kuan siya, tipasi or ang kanang grain mismo. Yeah, anak ko nga. Kanang pero kung ato na siyang daghanon po or maihap man gani nato, it would take very very long time. So and if kana bitong dili man pwede nga
Before.
isa lang pud ang imuhang kuan kay mag-uban man gina sila, di ba? So siguro kana nga part even if it's a simple scenario pero dito na ako nakita ba nga ay naminaw siya, ay naa siya curiosity. So meaning it's a good sign that they are learning. Question is not a bad sign. It's actually a good kuan indicator na you're teaching and they are learning.
Thank you po. And what do you think are the best result of benefits when students truly master grammar? How does it helps them in other subjects or in real life?
Kuan pag accurate man gud imong grammar, that also adds up to your credibility and adds up to your authority. For example, you're a professional nga, mag-speaker ka, nga, kanang nabi at mga halang yun, tagi na siya musulti. Diba? So, meaning, you will, aside from that, you can express well your ideas, you will also impress people ba. And, kanang, hindi siya, especially karon na everything is made, magduwa-duwa na ta, AI pa ba ni or dili. Diba? So, importante kaayo nga, maka-learn ta, kay sometimes, man naman ta, ay, enough na maka-learn og English, bahalag marong grammar. No, because speaking English is not just speaking fluently, but also speaking it accurately. That's it.
Okay po. And next po is, what are the common difficulties or problems you encounter when teaching grammar in a public school settings?
I think they're very scared. Daghan gid kay sila sa, for example, making simple sentences. Another is the subject-verb agreement. Kung plural ang noun or ang subject, dapat plural pod ang verb. Dili sila magkadimao. For example, mayroon sila nga, they eats the banana or they eats the food. Diba? And, isa pa ba? The tenses of the verbs, like, say past tense sa eat, eated. Usa may plural sa children, plural sa child, may silang childs. Diba? Bisan simple like na siya, no? Pero that's alarming because even in the higher grades, for example, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, naagihapon na siya nga problema. Every time na writing activity, they would ask me, Ma'am, pwede Filipino, pwede Bisaya. Meaning, they're not that confident in English. Kung alam niyo lang.
Okay po. Have you experienced situation where students seem uninterested, confused, or easily discouraged during grammar lessons? What usually causes this?
This interest, maybe because it's not the student, it's you. Kay, when you enter a room, you do not expect that everyone likes grammar. You need to assume that everyone does not like so that you can give the best. Okay, if huna-huna na yung mga, ay, ganahan man ni sila tanan, wala, dili ka mag-effort. Whereas, if you think that, kuan, they are not, you can innovate, ano, and siguro factor good ana is, syempre, naman gid tayo mga preferences. May mga tao, sa yung favorite subject. Kung dili mo siya favorite, di wala ka interest. Or, kabalo ka nga dili ka mahal, ana, you're not interested. So, daghay mga factors. And you need to consider that when teaching grammar.
Minsan ganap mo sa atin. Sabi ko yung baby ba? Isa ko na pag mo.
So, aside from the students, are there environmental or systematic challenges that make teaching grammar harder? How this affects your teaching?
Environmental and sa to?
Environmental and systemic challenges.
Siguro kay karon it's more digital. I'm not saying na sometimes we see technology man good as positive in education, pero sometimes I prefer the books than technology. Kay kung books man good, bawa gud sila choice mo basa gud sila kay ilago nang gipasan, ilago na. Whereas karon kung mangutana ka, have you read this kuan? Even if it's in the top of their hand or in the click of their wala jud. So siguro kuan siya ba? Kana bitong naana sa part nga sobra naka-privilege ang mga bata, but they are not using the privilege well. So I would rather have them read a book than read through a phone. Okay. Wala, feeling na ma-distract sila. Ano, lahi na ba good kung iPhone, book, no? Wala na karon sa mga time or sa karon nga nagtudlo na ko. Makaingon ko nga sa una, amot ko na experience niya kay mga manghod pamantaman. Mukabiba jud ta og mga textbooks, di ba? Pero karon wala, so ang mga bata wala sila interest, wala sila ma-challenge. Okay, if you look through your phone, kadaghay pwede mahitabo sa imong cellphone before ka makatuo. So environmental.